So who inspired you? Who inspired you?
Man, so I like to say it's kind of a two-part answer, I guess. Like artist-wise, and like artists that inspire me: Outkast, Kendrick Lamar, J.I.D., Biggie, Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo. I think those are the main ones, like my bigger inspirations. Wu-Tang Clan. Those are all like some big inspirations for me.
Got some classics up in there, man.
Yeah. I grew up like listening to kind of everything. Like my mom, you know, she's younger, so she played a lot of different music. And so, you know, she played a lot of Outkast, a lot of Lauryn Hill, a lot of D'Angelo. My uncles, they played a lot of Mike Jones too. I was getting turned off of that Mike Jones and 50 Cent. Oh my gosh, I was getting turned off of that 50, boy.
Nah, for real.
But yeah, I just, you know, I liked all of those different elements and sounds, and then I was like, I want to try this myself. And then later on, I got more into poetry, so that's kind of how I really started, was poetry. So I started winning like little contests and stuff in my community, and then I ended up shifting into music. And my mom started dating my stepdad at the time. He was doing music, like he was rapping and stuff. He had a whole rap group and stuff back in Miami, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. So like I was like, man, I started rapping, and then I was just one day like, man, you know I can rap, right? He was like, you can't rap. And I rapped for him, and then his homie was in the car, and he was like, I don't know, dude, he kind of go. So they started taking me to the studio from there, and then I kept on it. Fell kind of like in and out of love with music, and I got more heavily into poetry because I started winning contests that was getting me paid. So I was like, I might stick with this poetry thing. And then I came across this one contest where I got a scholarship to go to this hip hop academy called Path. It's preserving, archiving, and teaching hip hop. So I got a scholarship to go there for a summer, and that changed everything. That was like the type of place where like you had to freestyle to eat lunch. You had to freestyle to get inside. Like it was cool stuff like that.
They made you think.
Yeah, and it's like whether it was good or bad, it was like it was just an exercise that you just did every day. It was like to eat lunch, you got to freestyle. To do this, you got to freestyle.
That's cool.
And then they taught us like all the elements of hip hop and showed us like true classic hip hop. So like, you know, going all the way back to like DJ Kool Herc. You know, starting with the Sound Clash culture in Jamaica, bringing that over to Queens, and then, you know, or I don't know if it was Queens, but bringing it over to New York. And, you know, so that made me like fall in love with hip hop. And I was like, oh man, like this is crazy. So then I started taking music seriously again from there. So it's like artist side, there's influences, and then like personal life story type of influences, there's that. So shout out to Path, and shout out to my stepdad. Well, rest in peace, but yeah, for sure.
Man, made it into like a cool blend of music that you got.
Yes. I listen to a lot of like everything, honestly. Even now I listen to everything. So
what's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now? I've been going back and forth with I don't know if you heard of Black Odyssey. It's a group out of Austin. Funkentology is one of, or Ghost Ride. That's a great song.
What's their genre?
They do everything, like soul, funk, neo soul, jazz, alternative. They're like super crazy. Yeah.
Do they bounce by song or by like album?
Album.
Okay,
by
cool.
album. Yeah, like that. They have like their first two big albums were like heavy, like funk, soul, neo soul, and then they switched into like alternative and did like kind of pop afterwards. Then they did like merged like rock, punk, and jazz almost into one for their latest. But they're crazy. I really like them.
Check them out. Black Odyssey.
Yeah, Black Odyssey. That might those two might be my favorite songs. I listen to them a lot.
Heard that.
Yeah.
They are based in Texas?
Austin. Yeah, Austin, Texas. Yep.
Shoot.
Yep.
We was up there. Shoot, do they ever perform like concerts?
Oh yeah. They do. They did South by Southwest. They're like pretty big. They I don't know if you know who Rhapsody is, but one of one of their producers, he produced 3 a.m. by Rhapsody with Rhapsody and Erykah Badu. So that song won a Grammy last year. So yeah, they're fire, and it's like a whole band.
They got their props.
Yeah,
man.
no, they are fire. They're like, when I came across them, I've been obsessed. Like, I'm the type of person, I get like hyper obsessed with stuff. So I dove into their whole catalog. I've seen every interview they have. I'm a super fan of them.
Do you study them? Like, do you try to like use what tools they probably?
Absolutely. Their vocal layering and like their approach is what I like really take into account. I'm like, man, they got like a real velvety texture when they layer the vocals.
Cool.
And I'm always like, damn, how do they do that? How they do that? That shit cold. And it's a signature type of thing that they do. I don't know. They're fire though. They got it, man. They got it.
Yeah,
they got it. They got it. They're crazy.
I'm curious, what's the music scene like in Miami versus in Houston?
Way different. Miami, actually, I would say, yeah, it's different in the sense that I feel like Houston, people are more, it's more community. Like, even if like, this is a group of people, 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 they all still commune together. In Miami, it's like people are a little bit more like secluded, where it's like, I got my group and that's it. 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 So it's like, here it's cool because you see a lot of the same faces at events and you network a lot. I feel like those are probably the main differences. I feel like people are also like hyper supportive here, to me at least. Like that, and I really like that. It's a lot more like warm, I feel like.
How long have you been here?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It might help moving away. You know how people, when you move away,
it's different.
People who don't really know you
Absolutely
appreciate you more.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time, like, your biggest fans are gonna be people that don't know you from a can of paint. Those gonna be the people that show up to everything. They gonna buy the merch. They gonna stream everything. They gonna do everything. And then it's like, your people that are like close to you and know you for forever, like, they'll listen and stuff, but they're just not gonna go as hard just because they're used to you. I think like they know you, they're used to you.
Remembering who they know as you before.
Exactly. But I think it's that too. Yeah.
In your music, that's what music is though. The music represents the change and transformation that people go through.
Absolutely.
And their documentation of it.
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's hard for your friends and family to be like, yeah, that's great, because how can you didn't see the growth of me? You're still looking at me as that kid.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you enjoy listening to our convo and want to hear more, subscribe to the F&Co Show with me and C, where we invite artists and creatives from Houston and the South to our tiny backyard to hear what they have to say and what they got to play.